Okay, so project, as you know, is out of 20%, and I'm sure you can assume that it's a marketing plan, because that's what enables you to put everything together that you've studied this year. So let me read this first two paragraphs so that you can get a bit of a perspective. Yes. I'll get there. Wow. Right, so marketing planning is one of the most important skills that you as a marketing professional need to master. In fact, if not the most important skill. The whole point of becoming a marketing person is that you're able to craft together all the different tools of marketing into a plan. And it's the first step, really, in a marketing program, is developing a plan. And so it's very important that you are able to weave together all the various aspects. That's why you will have noticed that when I talk about the different sections, I showed you the three key sections of a marketing plan, which is a marketing analysis, where you do a lot of research. Then a marketing strategy, where you do segmenting, targeting, and positioning. And then lastly, the marketing mix, which is product, price, place, promotion. Now, we're not going to go into so much depth because we don't have time, but we are going to essentially cover all three sections. Okay, so this project is designed to teach you how to bring it all together. Now, this is something very important. As a marketer, can you market marketing? Can you market marketing? Is a marketer, can you really market marketing? How would you market marketing to a consumer?
You can find that you can market it.
Okay, I guess you can market it, but okay, here's the point I'm trying to make. Marketing isn't a standalone field. Marketing is designed to serve other fields. So you market brands, products, services, etc. Marketing can't exist on its own. It's a service industry. So always you will either be a marketer for the pharmaceutical industry, or the automobile industry, or the fashion industry, or the sports industry, or whatever industry you see fit. And even if you do go and work in a marketing agency or an advertising agency, even within that agency, you will still be working on different brands that are in different industries. So as a marketer, you need to, as you grow in the skill of marketing, you must understand that having the marketing skill is one thing, but it's not complete. You need to also come to see and come to determine which types of industries you like to work in, which one you apply your marketing skills to. For example, you may have been working in fashion for 10 years as a marketer. So you've learned how to use marketing very effectively in the fashion industry. Yeah, I come from the motor car industry. Will it be as easy for me to market clothing as for you? No. Because just like you need to learn marketing skills in general, you also need to learn how to apply them to very specific industries, because they always apply differently. So, as a marketer, you need to decide two things. Well, number one, how are you going to grow in the marketing field? And number two, which industries would you like to work in? And I would highly recommend that you choose industries that you're passionate about, that you go after industries, that you seek employment, internships, job opportunities, events within the area of your passion. so that you can learn and make connections there. You can learn how to apply marketing in those fields. So in my case, I did marketing, and then I very much enjoyed creativity, the creative side of marketing, so I went into advertising. And I love working with different types of brands in a creative way. After that, I realized I want to work with small businesses, small business marketing. So I started applying my marketing skills to small businesses, which, by the way, is very different to big businesses. Then after that, I decided I want to come and teach. Now I'm applying my marketing skills in education. Three different fields, you could say. Sorry? You always, who always have a job? Who? As a marketer? Sure. There are multiple fields you can work in. So but the point I'm trying to make is that you need to already start to think, what field would I like to get involved in? Would I where do I want to work? Because ultimately that's actually what makes you happy in the end. Is not just doing marketing, but working in the field that you love. Okay? So yeah, let me read this for you so that I can share what that says. It is a cutthroat professional world out there with less and less jobs. Now this is becoming real. Each year to go around. For that reason, it's very important that you begin building your professional brand today. Your professional brand. Thus, you will complete various tasks designed to help you develop your brand and establish your professional identity or your professional presence. Although this project is designed to help you establish your brand, you will continue to work on your brand all throughout your studies and for the rest of your life. Are any of you on LinkedIn? One person, two people, three people. For the rest of you, I highly recommend, in fact, as part of this project, to set up a LinkedIn page. Okay, where you will begin to build your professional brand in line with the industry that you want to work in. So if someone from that industry is looking for a new intern, marketing intern, and they look at all the different marketing people, they can see your passion and drive for their industry. Do you think that they'll rather choose you out of all the other interns? Absolutely. Because you embody their industry. Okay. So, you're going to develop your personal brand. It's no point I give you a project that is designed, where you have to design a marketing plan for a small business, because that's the next step. Next year you will focus, in second year you will work on small businesses. First you need to learn how to apply marketing to yourself before you can apply it to someone else. Okay. So, what is this project going to entail? You're going to develop, and I'm going to show you all these things, a career plan overview, a marketing strategy. It's basically set up into 4 weeks. So you have to basically hand in by the end of the term. By the end of the term. By the end of this term, there are 3.5 weeks of this term left before you go on study break. And you'll need to hand in your completed documents at the end of the term, probably the last day, like the Friday. And you will have to send me the link of your LinkedIn page that is already set up. Okay? Now, in the first section, the career plan overview, So what I'm calling this, I'm calling it a career marketing plan. Because it's a marketing plan designed to help you build your career, build your professional, personal brand. So what is the brand name of your personal, professional brand? What is it? No. Well, yes and no, but what's the personal, professional, what's my brand's name? There we go. Mr. Dylan Cromer. If I become a doctor, it would be Dr. Dylan Cromer. So in academia, that's important. And I would want to add that to my brand name eventually, isn't it? And even in your field, you might want to add that to your brand name because it positions your brand in a specific way. Okay. So you have a brand name. If you are a DJ, you will choose a different type of name, isn't it? It won't be your actual name. If you are a writer or a singer, you might change your name to suit the industry. But in most industries, you will use your actual name. Okay? Right, so your brand it's actually your brand which allows you to compete effectively in the industry that you want to compete in. You must be this is very important. You are developing a brand that is going to have to compete against other marketers. And you might have a great brand, or you might be good at what you do, but if your branding is not right, you're going to struggle to get work. You basically have to sell yourself as a brand. Okay. And one of the key documents you use to sell yourself, your brand document, is your CV, is one of your brand documents or brand materials. Another one is your LinkedIn page. Another one could be a personal website or blog. Another one would be your Facebook page, Twitter handle. There are multiple ways to brand yourself online these days, but you need to make sure that it's consistent. Okay, so you'd have to develop a professional vision. What is the vision that you have for your personal professional brand? You need to consider your stakeholders. Who are those that have a vested interest in your brand succeeding? You would have done this in personal selling, in your personal development plan. You have that already there. You just have to copy and paste it over and change it so that it suits what I show you later on. Then you have to describe your industry that you plan to work in. Is it a growth industry? What are the future developments of that industry? How are you going to take advantage of future developments in that industry? Then you have to come up with a problem that you intend solving. Is there a problem in the industry that you feel needs a personal, professional solution? And I will give you some more insight on that a bit later. Your products and services, which are your skills and knowledge. Obviously, as you're growing in academics, you're also growing your skills and knowledge, which are your products and services that you will offer to potential employers one day. And maybe some of you have already grown your skills and knowledge in high school. Maybe you've been certified with computers. Maybe you have computer knowledge and skills. Maybe you have leadership knowledge and skills because you were part of a leadership group at high school or now at university. Maybe you have managed and organized events at school or at university, which increases your knowledge. Maybe you have worked at some different places. So the whole point of growing your personal professional brand is gaining experience, skills, knowledge, contacts. That's the point of university, is to help you improve that. It is not to get a degree, primarily. Because a degree is not going to do it. It can do it. It's a good thing for your brand, but it's not the only thing that you need to build a brand. Okay. Right. Then you do a SWOT analysis. and you develop an introduction to a positioning strategy, but I'll also explain what that is. Step 2, you develop a marketing strategy. You divide your market into segments. You choose which segments you're going to target, you explain how you're going to target them, and then you develop a positioning strategy. And the positioning strategy is where you also develop your marketing mix. Remember that house that we did in chapter 7? That is basically what you do for your marketing mix and positioning strategy. That's kind of like the culmination of your entire document. I want to see that you are able to, on one page, set up your entire so-called marketing strategy. Okay? And then at the end, you basically just compile it all into a document. You write an executive summary, you put in a table of contents, you make sure that it's numbered and aligned and everything is nice and neat. You print it, you bind it, and you bring it to me tomorrow. Okay? Not very complicated. Okay, now, here's the rubric. This is what you'll be marked on. Language and appearance, 10 marks each. You need to make sure that it's edited. An executive summary, a table of contents, and in those blocks I explain what it is I'm looking for. And when you look at poor, you will see what it is I'm not looking for. Make sure that you read it, that you are clear on the instructions. Because I will just give you 0 if you don't follow the instructions. And then you get marks for each of the various sections, and it explains exactly what is going to be marked on. And as I said in the video that's already on Blackboard, I go in detail into what I'm expecting. I go through this step by step, so you can have a look at that and watch that. And on this rubric, I don't have yet a mark for, this is not the rubric that I'm going to use for your LinkedIn page. So I will give you a rubric for that, and I will send you, you'll have to look at some examples. If you go look at my LinkedIn page, it's a fairly good example of what I'm looking for. But there might be 1 or 2 things I'd like you to add. But yes. Yes. You should be able to just type in my name and find me. You'll see my picture. Okay. And if you compare my LinkedIn page to some others, you'll see that there's a lot more things that I've got in there. I've got videos, I've got examples of my work that I've done at CQT. My LinkedIn page is very much positioned towards education. Okay? Very, very much positioned. Because I think it was a year ago, I applied for another position, and I specifically position myself, and you can change. You see, you can position yourself for whichever industry you want to work in. It's amazing. Not really. Not all at the same time, at least. So at the moment, you can pursue a specific industry, then you have to position yourself for that industry. After a few years, let's say 10 years, you want to change industries, then you'll have to reposition yourself to go into that industry. Yes. Does LinkedIn keep the history?
Like you positioned yourself to advertising and now you have education. Do they keep the history of advertising?
It's like a website, you can change it as you like.
Are they often headhunters that are on LinkedIn?
Yes, of course. Yes, of course. LinkedIn is where most HR people are finding potential employees these days. So you've got to be there. And then obviously you need to connect it with other things, like Twitter is a very important branding tool as a professional. What are you tweeting about? Who are you following? Who follows you? And what types of things do you tweet? Are you tweeting important things related to your industry? That's a big one for, or is it just a personal friendship-based Twitter account? When you're eventually moving out of the teenage phase, the friendship phase, into professional phase of your life, you'll have to rethink your strategy when it comes to social media. You could just have 2 accounts. Yes, you can have 2 accounts. So yeah, I don't use Twitter so significantly because in the education field, it's no one in the education field looks at Twitter really, or not many people in South Africa at least. So at this point, it's not that important. What's more important is research. So that's what I'm starting to work on. So you need to know what platforms are important in your field. But LinkedIn is important for all the fields. Okay. Right. Okay. So I will get back to you about the LinkedIn stuff. Now, this is what the main document you're going to be using to develop this plan, and it's a template. It's a template that I developed. Last year, I painfully went through the students where I would explain to them what to do, and then I would get back their work and it was rubbish. They didn't do what I asked them to do. Then I would try it again. We tried so many different things, but it didn't work. So then I realized I need to develop a template that gives very clear instructions, which is now what I've done. So if you mess it up now, there's no hope for you. Okay? So this is the CPUT assignment cover that should be used for all assignments at CPUT. If you do a PhD or a master's or a BTech work, this is what you need to give. So your other lecturers should actually require you to give this format as well. But I'm recommending to you now, start using it for all your work. Okay? It says, yes. No, you can't. It must be just as it is. It's academic, not pretty.
No, I mean this is a lower document. Do it in color.
No. Black and white. Because it's going to be printed. Okay, so then it says what it is, a career marketing plan for your name and surname. By. Now this is important. Because this is the brand name over here. If it was for BP, if you were doing a marketing plan for BP, you would say a marketing plan for BP by Dylan Cromer. Okay? But because your brand name and your name is the same thing, it's a career marketing plan for Dylan Cromer by, well, I would probably say for Mr. Dylan Cromer by Dylan Cromer. Although I'm not sure if I said that. But do you understand what I'm trying to say? So that's the brand name, and then there's the subject, marketing 1, and then it says an assignment submitted in partial fulfillment of the requirements for the qualification, and you give your qualification. In which faculty? At the Cape Peninsula University of Technology, and then you give your supervisor. That is the person who's supervising your work. That would be me in this case. Where you did it and the date it was submitted. Okay? That's the academic way to do it. Then there's a declaration. You declare your own work and so forth. You type in here your initial, your name, your student number. Then you write in the contribution. If you're in a group and there's 4 of you, you all write your names here, student numbers, and your contribution works as follows. If you gave 100%, if you put in like all your effort, you put in 100%. If 3 of you put in 100% effort, you put in 100%, 100%, 100%. You don't divide it 25, 25, 25. Okay? You put in 100% effort. 3 of you put in 100% effort, and then there was that slacker, that slacking student who didn't put in 100% effort. Then you must put there how much effort they put in. 75%, 30%, 20%, whatever you feel, and they need to sign here. You all need to sign. Then what happens is, at the end, your lecturer gives you the percentage of that percentage. You'll either get 100% of the mark, if you provide 100% there, or 75% of that final mark, or 50% of that final mark, depending on your contribution. This is very important that as students, you do this faithfully. If you don't, you're not doing your friends any favors if they don't learn now how to give 100% and what happens when you don't give 100%. Because in the real world, if you don't give 100%, they'll fire you or something. So it's better you fire them now and they feel the pain now than later. Because they will feel it. Okay, then you write the executive summary. Now, for each section, I explain what the section is and what I'm expecting. Okay? An executive summary is not an introduction. An executive summary is something you write at the end. Once you've completed everything, you open up two documents. The one is all your completed work, the other one is a new document. Then you go and you read through your every part of your document and you write a small summary of what you say in each section. Then you put that at the top. So that if someone doesn't want to read through a whole document, they can just read through the executive summary, get a summary of what's inside the document, and then they can decide if they want to read it, the whole document or not.
It's like the back of the book.
Sort of like the back of the books, but a bit more detailed. Okay, so I give you an example there of what an executive summary looks like. You can go have a read through that. It's about 2 pages. Then there's a table of contents. You need to make sure that it is correct. If it's not correct, I'll just give you 0. It's not difficult. It just requires focus, attention to detail. Last year, the students gave me the table of contents with my page numbers in it for my example. I just gave them 0. Okay? So there I've got them already, you just need to change them. Yeah, but rather don't use that. Okay, now, you'll see here. I'm just going to give this example. Yeah, I explained. The marketing plan helps you develop your personal professional brand, which is the image that you will build as you grow your career. Your brand will allow you to compete effectively in the industry and help you realize your vision. Then, introduction. In this section, you will introduce yourself as a professional person. This is the type of statement you may put on your Twitter handle or on LinkedIn, linking to the industry that you plan to work in. It's kind of like your professional vision. Example. Dylan Cromer is an aspiring educational innovator that wants to make an impact in education in South Africa. Mission statement, basically. Simple, to the point. Now, when you are doing this document, you read the section. Once you've finished reading it and you've done your part, you look at the example, you put in what you need, you delete all of this. Don't hand it to me in with my explanation words. Please delete it all, the examples and all my words. Just put in what you need to write. Okay? What is a stakeholder? Then I explain what a stakeholder is. I give you a table in which you need to put in the stakeholder, what effect they have on your life, and the priorities. So parents that provide for me financially and support me, priority 1. Brother supports me, priority 1. Friends, they encourage me emotionally, 2. Second on the list. Lecturer educates me, 3. Or 2, depending on, you can have more than 1, more than 1, 2, and more than 1, 3. Some you might prioritize in the same way. Okay, so you write it all down and you delete the rows that don't count, and then you delete my example. Okay, the same with industry description. There I give my industry description for the higher education industry. That will require a little bit of research. Make sure that you reference properly. In text referencing and in your reference list. Have you been taught how to do that? Good. This is really the only place you're going to have to do that. Harvard. Always Harvard. Okay, I'm not going to go through all this, but I would like this to be comprehensive and detailed. Okay? Certain things are not going to be as detailed as mine. For example, your CV, your products and services are not going to be as long as mine because you haven't been alive as long as I have and you haven't been working as long as I have. But the other things can be. It just requires you to think about it. Okay? So, so there's the, okay, I'm not going to go through all this now. There's all the examples, and the segmentation section is tricky. Segmenting organizational customers is not the same as segmenting consumer products. Okay? You have different segmentation bases and they're segmented differently. Yeah, I've got an example of segmenting my market, the education market, but it might be different in your market. Okay? If you have challenges, you're going to need to make an appointment with me and ask me to help you. We're not going to have class anymore after this. Okay? No more class. You're going to work on this on your own. And if you need help, you will come and chat to me. You'll have to make an appointment with me. So I need to chat to you. I'll set an appointment, you come and see me, you chat for your work. Okay, or consulting. So from the rest of the term, it's consulting-based teaching. Okay, because there's nothing more I need to teach, and each of your projects is going to be different. Yes. If I'm here, you can pop in, but it probably will be better to email me and set an appointment. And don't come and sit there in front of me and say, so I don't understand. I'll chase you out of my class, out of my room, office. Because that means that you're too lazy to think and you want me to do it for you. You email me, you tell me exactly what it is that you are struggling with. You send me your document that you've already worked on up until now. If I haven't seen work until that point, I won't help you. So if you're struggling with segmentation section, I need to see all the other work up until then. Okay? Otherwise I send you home and say, go finish that, because then you'll understand it better.
Check all the other work again.
Yes. I'll read the other work. I'll give you a few pointers and then, yeah. Sure, that's fine. But you can also include it in the email.
This is all thoroughly explained in that video that you said is
What?
online.
Everything that's in this document.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, then you'll see here at the end what I'm ultimately looking for. You have to do a positioning, plotting, positioning, and everything like that, perceptual mapping. Ultimately, what it's going to end up looking like is something like this will be your end product. Okay? Your photo you need to choose. This is not just a photo, this becomes your brand symbol. The photo that you choose to use on LinkedIn and other professional networks is very important. It says a lot about you. If you have a photo where you're drunk at a party, it's going to say something. Right, so you need to think about these things. So you can develop your differentiation base, your competitive advantage, your positioning strategy, positioning base, your unique selling proposition. I explained that. Product strategy, price strategy, play strategy, promotion strategy. Okay? And then lastly, you develop positioning slogans. A slogan. You develop 6 potential different slogans that you will use to market yourself or to promote yourself. Okay? Right, so that is the template. Then I give you a completed example. I take all the examples that I put into that template and I make a final document of a final document of what it should look like exactly. Okay?
When we apply for jobs in the future, can we attach this to our CV?
I wouldn't necessarily attach this to your CV now. But you can obviously copy and paste certain things out of it that you
Sometimes
can use.
also like a CV and additional documents. Do you put those in as additional documents?
I wouldn't necessarily use this. No. Yeah, you'd rather give examples of actual work that you've done, like real marketing work. Or this document is for you, so that you can be clear in your thinking about your professional brand from the beginning. Because remember, in the next few years, you're going to be working on your brand. You have different choices that you're going to need to make. And if you already know what it is you want to achieve and how it is you want to get there, you'll be able to use your next few years a lot better. Okay, so then there's a completed example which you can look at, and then that's it. Are there any questions? All these things are on Blackboard, the videos are on Blackboard. It's on the left hand side, there's online learning, content, online learning, I'm not sure which one comes first, and then there's going to be one called project. So you just click on project and you'll see everything is there. No questions? Are you already clear on what industry you'd like to pursue? Remember, there are many different industries. Okay? And just because you pursue a specific industry now doesn't mean you have to pursue it forever. But pursue one that you like and that you think is going to be cool. Maybe I'll just stop this.